The truth is, if someone doesn't trust you, Danielle, you can't expect them to refer to you, right? But if trust has been established, that doesn't mean referrals will come automatically, because the people who trust you the most are your family, and they're probably not your biggest referrals of business. It's more than just credibility or trust. And in the business world, it's about competence. People need to trust you're good at your job first. Once competence has been established, then credibility becomes important. In the caveman days, if you were sitting with your family in a cave and somebody walked past your cave and then stopped, turned and knocked on your imaginary caveman door, and you opened the door, the first thing you would be thinking is not how competent this person is. It's the question you would be asking is, what do you think? Let me ask you. What do you think you'd be asking? Fear. Fear. Absolutely fear. Who's that guy? What does he want? So what you want to establish first is, can I trust the person? That's step one. Now, if he turned around, right, and ran into the field and hunted an animal down for you and brought you back some fresh food, right? And you would be thinking, oh, that's very interesting. That, he'd be good to have around, right? Delivery food companies are, but the truth is, it's irrelevant how competent he is until you've established credibility, until you trust him, right? You got credibility first, and competence is important. It's important to know that someone's good at their jobs. We know that they're good to have around. But there's two other C's, and the third C would be clarity of communication. Because if the person's a clear communicator, we're more likely to be able to help them and to be helped by them, because we can communicate. And the last C is connectivity, which is a relatively new term, which has to do with the quality and quantity of your connections. Back then, if you notice that this guy not only can bring you a fresh kill in terms of food, but he knows the person who has the tomatoes, he knows where to build the house and where to get equipment, and he knows everyone in town, he's well connected, you would want to rub shoulders with this person. There you have it, the 4 C's. Establishing credibility is first, competence is second, and not necessarily in that order, but definitely credibility first. But then you want to establish competence, clarity of communication, and a connectivity. But hold on now. In the business world, it changes. Now let's fast forward the clock. You're with your son, daughter at a football match. They're playing football. You get an emergency call. You got to go to work. You want to leave your kids with the other parents that you just met. I can tell you right now that I would leave my children with you because I trust you. I wouldn't have to think twice, Danielle. And even though we don't know each other that well, but I'd trust you to say, Danielle, can you just watch my kids? I got to go to work for just an hour. I'll be right back. But that doesn't mean, let's say you're a brain surgeon, that doesn't mean I'm going to allow you to do surgery on my son or daughter's brain just because I trust you to take care of them. Because I need to trust you're good at your job. In the business world, it's the other way around. In the business world, it starts with competence. I gotta trust, if you will, that you're good at your job, that you have a high level of competence before you work on my teeth, work on my brain, or work on my marketing. I have a saying that I heard from a friend of mine that says, everything speaks, right? People say to me, I messaged this person and I didn't hear back if they're confirmed to attend my event or not. I say, well, you did hear back, because you not hearing back is news. No response is the response. As human beings, whether we like it or not, you're right. I'm judging that guy who knocked on my caveman door. I'm judging him. I'm assessing his level of the 4 C's. But he's doing the same with me. In fact, everyone is. If you feel like you're not connected to someone, there isn't rapport built between you and that person, it's important to ask yourself, what has been the content of my interaction with this person? Have I listened thoroughly to what this person is speaking about? Did I listen enough to try to help this person? Am I relaying the message that I care and I really want to help you? And so many other factors. It's really tough to break it down, but it's really about service, right? Because if you serve somebody, you win their trust quickly. Whenever you do something for free, it's important that you do it for free when you have not established competence in their eyes. That's why a lot of speakers will do a free talk, or there could be a free discovery session, because the truth is people don't really know your level of understanding, your level of expertise. I encourage business professionals to offer some free content. That's what social media is, right? You go online, you hear somebody speak a few times, and there'll be a certain point when you feel like you crossed that threshold of credibility, that competence. They've crossed that line that says, I'm not sure if they're competent here, I'm sure they're competent now, right? But that might be 7 videos, 14 videos. It might be 3 conversations, 4 coffees. You know what they talk about, the touch points in sales. Well, that's really what it's about, right? The person didn't buy now. All of a sudden they buy. Why did they buy at this point? Because at this point, either one, they're sure that they need this thing. The need hasn't been established, but now the need is clear. And number 2, they know that you're the ideal person, or you have the ideal product to fill that need.